Dear students, now let us see this question. So this is the given system. So on this inclined plane, a spring is present whose spring constant is k, and this angle of inclination is theta. So this mass m1 is attached to this spring, and mass m2 it is just placed on this inclined surface. It means there is no attachment between m1 and m2. Only mass m1 is attached to the spring. Clear? Then these are the questions which we are supposed to answer. First question is, what is the compression in the equilibrium position? What is meant by equilibrium position? If there is no movement, or if all the net forces are becoming zero, then in that position, what is the compression produced in this position? Okay, so how can I calculate compression? Very simple. For example, if you consider these both masses as a single mass, whose mass is m1 plus m2, then this weight of this body I can split into two components, mg sin theta and mg cos theta. So already we know this one, and we know that this is the force which is pulling these two body downwards. And what is the magnitude of this force? So m1 plus m2 into g sin theta will be the force. Clear? So already we have studied splitting of vectors, Nama. For example, if on an inclined plane a mass is present, its weight mg is acting downwards. This mg I can split into two components. So if angle of inclination is theta, this is also theta. So this becomes mg sin theta and this becomes mg cos theta. So already we have studied them many times. So here total mass is m1 plus m2. So m1 plus m2 into g sin theta, it is the force which is pulling these two bodies downwards. Clear? But these bodies are in equilibrium. No? It means there is another force which is pushing these bodies upwards. And that force is balancing this m1 plus m2 into g sin theta. So what can be that force? That force is nothing but the restoring force that is produced in the spring, which is in opposite direction. So that restoring force is given by kx. So therefore these two forces must be balanced. So therefore how can I write a relation between them? I can write kx should be equal to m1 plus m2 into g sin theta. Clear? So therefore what is x value? X is the compression produced in the spring, so it can be written as m1 plus m2 into g sin theta divided by k. Clear? So this is the initial compression produced in the spring. Okay. Now we are supposed to answer second question also. So in addition to this compression, initially there is some compression of x whose value is this much. So in addition to this compression, if I further push this spring and release, then where these two blocks will get separated? That is the question. Clear, ma? So that is after reaching which position, so these two blocks will get separated in which condition? If I am further pushing these blocks by further distance in the same direction of initial compression, then at which position these two blocks will get separated? That is the question. So let us try to understand how we can try to understand this one. Seema. For example, if mass m1 and m2 are absent, so consider only spring is present. Then how can I draw a diagram of this one? I can write, so this is the initial position of the spring. Clear? So this is the spring. And spring should be present in its natural length. So therefore I can say this is the position of natural length of the spring. This is the natural length of this spring. Clear? Now after placing the masses, what will be happened? So they will be compressed by a distance of x, no? And this x value already we have calculated. So m1 plus m2 into g sin theta divided by k. So that much amount of compression will be produced in this spring. Clear, ma? So let that compression, let it be x. Here we calculated x only, no? So therefore spring should have been like this. It is compressed by this much of distance. Understand? Now from here again what we are doing, from here again we are compressing this spring by another distance of, so from where to where we are compressing, let us consider I am further compressing this one by an additional distance of x1. Clear? So this is the additional distance which is compressed, which is x1. Now what is the position of the spring? Spring is highly compressed. So spring has become like this. Are you able to understand, ma? So this is additional compression produced in the spring. Now if I release the spring from here, now what will happen? That is my question. Clear, ma? So these two blocks, they start moving upwards. Why? Because when I further compress this spring, there is an additional potential energy which is stored in the spring. So this additional potential energy, it starts converting into kinetic energy of the blocks. So velocity of the blocks continuously increases. Clear, ma? So from here, first of all, they will reach to an initial compression, so which is at a distance of x here. Clear? So here also spring is not present in its natural length. So from here again it will go to this position. Clear, ma? So let us consider this is position number 1, this is position number 2, and this is position number 3. Clear? So first of all it will move from position number 3 to position number 2. So in the process of going from 3 to 2, so what is happening? So spring is still compressed. Clear? So in traveling from 3 to 2 also, still there is a compression of x here. Clear? So again restoring force will be in the same direction. Restoring force will be in this direction. Compression is in this direction, no? So restoring force will be in opposite direction even up to position number 2. Clear? Now from position number 2 to position number 1 also, restoring force will be in the same direction, because again there is some compression produced in the spring. Clear, ma? Now when this spring reaches position number 1, when it reaches this position number 1, now what happens? This is the natural length of the spring, no? This is the natural length of the spring. So here restoring forces will become 0. Clear? Here restoring forces will become 0. So up to position number 1, what will happen? Up to this position number 1, both the blocks, they will move like a single body. Both the blocks definitely they will move like a single body. Now from position number 1, what will happen? Now when this spring crosses this main position, then there is an elongation produced in the spring. And this elongation will produce a restoring force in backward direction on mass m1. Okay? Then what about mass m2? Mass m2 is not attached to mass m1, no? Mass m2 is not attached to mass m1. So restoring force will be produced only on mass m1. Clear, ma? So therefore here what can I write? After crossing the position 1. Clear, ma? So which is position 1 here? This position, which is the natural length of the spring. Clear? After crossing position number 1, so restoring force pulls mass m1 in down in the mass m1. What can I write? Mass m1, no need of in here, so directly I can write down the inclined plane. Down the inclined plane. Clear? So therefore after crossing the natural length of the spring, now how many forces are acting on mass m1? So where shall we write? We will write here. So on mass m1, totally how many forces are acting? One force is this one. So m1g sine theta, this is one force, and additional force is k into x. Why k into x is in this direction? Because elongation of the spring is in this direction after crossing position number 1. Clear, ma? But on mass m2, what is happening? On mass m2, there is only one force, and which is that force? That is, this is m2, no? So m2g sine theta. Clear? On mass m2 there is only one force, but on mass m1 there are two forces which are called m1g sine theta and also kx. Clear? So therefore the retardation produced in mass m1 will be greater when compared to the retardation produced on mass m2. Clear? So definitely at this position both the blocks will get separated. Clear ma? So therefore at position number 1, so which position? When the spring is in its natural length, at this position both the blocks will get separated, because only at this position only the retardation produced in mass m1 is greater than the retardation produced in mass m2. Clear ma? So velocities of both the bodies will definitely decrease, but the decrease of velocity in mass m1 is greater when compared to decrease of velocity in mass m2. Clear? I hope you have understood a question. Make a note of this one. Dear students, now let us see this question. So this is the given arrangement. So this mass, it is being attached to two springs, and each spring is having a spring constant of k. Clear? So these two springs they are separated by an angle of 90, and with respect to horizontal, this spring is at an angle of 45 degrees. So this is the given arrangement. So if this mass is slightly pushed against spring C, what is meant by spring C? If this mass is displaced in this position, clear ma? In the direction of C, and released, and it is also slightly pushed, clear ma? Then calculate the time period of oscillation. So let us see how we can do this problem. So for example, if you take the system of A and C, so therefore, for example, this is the mass, and mass is shifted in this direction by this much amount of distance. Clear? So if mass is displaced in this direction, this spring should be displaced downwards. Clear? Actually, it will be displaced by a small angle of theta, but angle theta we are neglecting because already it is given that mass is slightly pushed. So therefore, what can I say? So therefore, this spring will be displaced in this direction by a small angle, by a small distance. Clear? So if this is the elongation or compression produced in spring C, clear? Then this angle is 45 degrees. If this is 45 degrees, then this angle also will be 45 degrees. So this will be x sine 45, and this will be x cos 45. So therefore, the elongation produced in spring A is x cos 45 downwards. Are you able to understand? So if elongation is in downwards direction, then what will be the direction of restoring force? Restoring force will be exactly in opposite direction. So this will be the direction of restoring force which is acting on block A. Clear ma? And what is x value? X value is x cos 45. And x cos 45 is how much? K into x cos 45 value is root 2. Clear? So kx divided by root 2 will be the restoring force produced in spring A. Clear? Okay. Now let us see the system of B and C now. Clear ma? So from here, if C is displaced in this direction, then we can say that B will be displaced in forward direction towards the left side. So therefore I can say this will be the displacement produced in B, spring B. Clear ma? So therefore, which angle is 45? This angle is already given as 45, no? So this angle will be 45 degrees. Clear? So therefore, if this is the compression produced in spring C, then this will be the elongation produced in spring B, which is called as again x cos 45. Clear ma? So if this is the elongation produced, then what will be the direction of restoring force? Restoring force will be exactly in opposite direction, which can be written as kx cos 45. Clear ma? So kx divided by cos 45 is how much? 1 by root 2. So kx divided by root. Clear ma? So therefore, and because this spring is elongating in this direction, in spring, so spring is elongating, spring C is compressing in this direction, no, by a distance of kx. So therefore, in spring C also, restoring force would have been developed exactly in opposite direction by same value of kx. Clear ma? Sorry, this is the compression produced in x, and this is the restoring force produced in x. So which is again making an angle of 45 degrees. Clear ma? So if this angle is 45, so spring is also, restoring force is also produced at an angle of 45 degrees. Clear? So now on this mass totally how many restoring forces are produced? Clear? So let us draw here. So total amount of restoring force produced on this mass. Clear? So one restoring force is kx by root 2 because of the elongation produced in spring A, and that will be in this direction. Clear? So this is equals to kx divided by root 2. Clear ma? And because of the elongation produced in spring B, the restoring force produced in spring B will be kx cos 45 only, and this will be in this direction. So this is also kx divided by root 2. Clear, ma? Now what about the restoring force produced in the mass in the spring because of the compression which is produced in spring C? So that is in this direction. So that will be exactly at an angle of 45 degrees. So I will write here. So this is kx divided by root 2 in spring A, and this is spring B, and this is the restoring force produced, which is equal to kx because of spring C. Okay, so these are the three restoring forces. Now if I take the resultant of A and B, they are exactly at an angle of 45 degrees. No? So A and B, they are exactly at an angle of 45 degrees. So by using triangle law of addition, how can I join A and B restoring forces because of A and B? I can join like this. Clear? So this is also kx divided by root 2, and this is also kx divided by root 2. Clear? So this is the total restoring force produced because of only A and B. So which is equals to square root of kx divided by root 2 whole square plus kx divided by root 2 whole square. Clear, ma? So kx divided by root 2 whole square plus kx divided by root 2 whole square, it will be how much? Kx by 2 plus kx whole square divided by 2 plus kx whole square divided by 2 will be root of kx whole square. So therefore it will be equal to kx. Clear? So therefore what is the total restoring force? So resultant of these two will be kx, and already there is one kx because of the restoring force produced in spring C. So therefore total restoring force will be in this direction, which will be kx plus kx. Clear? So this is the restoring force because of A and B, and this is the restoring force because of spring C. So total restoring force will be how much? It will be equal to 2kx. Clear, ma? And restoring force, we can indicate this one by negative symbol, no? Because if elongation is in one direction, then restoring force will be in opposite direction. Okay? First make a note of this one, then we will try to derive here. Okay? Sigma. So therefore the restoring force produced is how much? The restoring force produced will be minus 2k into x. Clear? Because restoring force is in opposite direction to the direction of displacement, no? So we are representing by minus symbol. And this restoring force, this is the only force which is acting on mass m. So that restoring force will become the net force. And what is net force? Net force is nothing but mass into acceleration. So therefore A can be written as minus 2k by m into x. Clear? Acceleration can be written as d square x by dt square. Clear? Plus 2k by m into x. So totally it should be equal to 0. So comparing this equation with the standard equation of SHM, basic equation of SHM. So what is the basic equation of SHM? So d square x by dt square plus omega square into x is equal to 0. So this is the basic equation of SHM, no? So when you compare with this relation, then what I will write? I will get omega is equals to square root of 2k divided by m. Clear? So where shall we write? I will write here. So therefore what can I write? By comparing these two equations, I will get omega is equals to square root of 2k divided by m. Clear, ma? And what is omega? Omega is nothing but 2 pi divided by capital T, no? So therefore t value will be 2 pi into square root of m by 2k. So this is the equation for time period of this mass if it is slightly displaced by small distance and released. Clear? I hope you have understood. Make a note of this one.